Yeah.
Ready?
Go. All right, Transformers. Dr. Angel Reynolds Sr. here, live from the Transformers Academy. And guys, I'm excited because not just are we talking about something that I'm passionate about, but something that I know we all have a general and more specific concern, and that is health. And so this week, I'm excited to give you all those things that we've been talking about, just questions that's been coming in, and all the things that are useful for you in terms of your health, in terms of your body, in terms of your whole movement of trying to understand what it's going to take to be a better you. Okay? All right, so we're on the air. This is Sunday. We'll begin the transformation vitamin of the week. For those persons who will be joining us, remember you are live and that you are able to pose some questions there, comments and things that you may be interested in as I go along with this. Hopefully you'll jot this stuff down as we begin to talk about these things so that you can go back and we can talk all this week about finding a way to talk about your body, but your choice in terms of things that we decide to put into our body, remove our body, and move forward. Okay, Dr. Angel Reynolds Sr., we ready? I'm excited. Yes, let's go. All right, so this is the Transformers Academy. We'll make sure that we cover a few things, but here initially, I want you guys to see what this week is really about. This week is about your body and your choice. What do I mean by that? What do I mean about your body and your choice? Because my body is not the same as yours, and likewise. And so the choices that I decide, and we're going to talk about these things, the choices that I make in terms of putting the right things or bad things into my body will not affect you. So I want you to throw out, this is not about a diet this week. This is not about counting calories. This is not about low carb, no sugar. This is about incorporating better choices of your body, for your body. And so that's what I want you to think about. This is not counting calories. We're not going to talk about those things. We are going to start with some things that I know that you guys are familiar with, but I want to refresh you. And so all this week, hopefully your notes, we'll come back on these things and hopefully we'll get started. Okay, number one, some problems, existing problems that I know we all have thought about, or you know someone that has that problem. Diabetes, not feeling well, both physical and emotional. We'll talk about those things this week. Some people talk about weight loss and needing weight gain, big piece there. High blood pressure, reducing high blood pressure. Some people have been told they have high blood pressure. Cholesterol. Some people, when you go to the doctor, your cholesterol. All these things here, diabetes, weight loss, feeling better, emotional, reducing high blood pressure. All of these things culminate the fact that your body and your choices that you make, and the choices that you make are a part of you eliminating these things. Does that make sense? So I hope you guys are with me. So let's talk about some things, and we'll come back this week. Some things that I've done that has worked so well for me over the years. And by the way, for those persons who don't know, I lost a total of about 46 pounds, actually about 50 pounds over the course of the year, just being able to do a number of things, eating, exercising. Oh, I put there exercise because what I want you to keep in mind is that this is a 7-day intervention. Why do I say 7 days? I believe that in 7 days, if you're consistent and persistent, you can begin to incorporate these things as a part of your daily lifestyle. I'm not talking about 21 days. I know that's what they talk about, 30 days. I'm talking about 7-day intervention, starting today or starting tomorrow and 7 days out. Being able to look at these things and talk about some of the foods and so forth and things that you can put into your body. Okay, all right, let's take a look. All right, number one, I'm going to give you some, these are substitute things. For those persons, let's start with sugar. Sugar's a big no-no. We talk about how bad sugar is, both for the brain. We do need it. However, we'll talk about that, but how it makes us feel quick high, but come down low. All those things affect our physical, the way we feel, and emotional, the way we think, okay? Sugar sodas. Some of the things that I talk about that I had to do, instead of tablespoons and tablespoons of white sugar. Listen, sugar is not necessarily the enemy. It's really all about portion size. And I talk about that and all week we're talking about portion. And so instead of doing a big tablespoon, 2 or 3 or 4, like many people do, a teaspoon. And you'll be surprised how much a teaspoon goes a long way in just sweetening your coffee or tea to give you a little better tasting there. Artificial sweeteners, I try to stay away from those. In fact, I do. But if you have to have those because you can't have sugar, how about stevia? Stevia is plant-based, natural. It's not a Splenda. It's not artificial. It comes from plant. We'll talk about that this week. Sodas, instead of get rid of those things, water and lemon. Get used to drinking water, putting some lemon in it, buying some of the flavored waters, things that don't have sugar in it. Okay. All right, let's move over to here. Breads, big one for people. Rice. All those things, bread. I heard people say, I can't give up bread. I love bread. Bread is my number one enemy. It can be, but it can be your best carb take in and your best energy force. Let's look at it. So when we talk about bread, if you can't immediately give up bread, you don't necessarily have to. So instead of going for 2 slices, go to 1 slice. Instead of going for white and wheat bread, which is gluten, we'll talk about that this week, go to what they call Ezekiel bread, which is made of lentils and also yeast free. We'll talk about all those things. Instead of rice, we go to veggies, sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes. These are all vegetables here. And so what I want to talk about this week is substitute for those things that we considered high carb foods. Veggies go a long way. Steamed veggies go a long way in terms of giving you a boost of fiber and also energy. Okay. And then cookies and cakes, your little snack. So if you have a sweet tooth, like I do, like many people do, instead of having those cookies, cakes, crackers, we got to get some fruit. Listen, these are things that you've already heard, but maybe not to this extent in terms of substitution. Watch the fruit. We'll talk about that because it is full of sugar, but we get portion sizes. We'll also talk about this week. And then finally, exercise obviously is the number one catalyst. If you don't, some people say, well, I don't like to exercise. I don't have time. Some tips that you can do when you're parking your car, your lunchtime, if you're able to. We're going into on the East Coast, going to be going in the springtime here in a minute. Walking from your car and in the evening time and afternoon, get just a brisk walk. You can't get to the gym. There's things that you can do. Take the stairs and not the elevator. Small things. We're going to talk about all those things this week. But listen, 7 days. Pick your day. Pick your day. And I can guarantee you these small little things can lead up to big changes. And I'm going to talk all week about this is a number one piece. People want to lose weight and that kind of stuff. So we're not necessarily, maybe you don't want to lose weight, but you do have you're borderline diabetic, you're borderline high blood pressure, you're borderline high cholesterol, or maybe you're already there. Listen, this week is the week to join me because I'm going to be talking about small things, encouraging you guys to begin to take small steps that can lead to things that can change your body, but it's going to be your choice. That's what this week we're talking about. The Transformers Academy this week, all week, we guys, starting today. We'll come back on tonight, see how you guys are doing. Your choice, your body. What are you going to do in 7 days? Let's make a challenge for each other. What are you going to give up? And what are you going to do to begin start making those changes? Okay, is anybody on the air there to have questions? If there's questions, are there hearts? Thank you for the hearts, the comments. If anybody's posing questions, if you want to reach me, make sure you go to DrAngeloReynolds.com where you get a chance to send me a personalized email. Go to YouTube. These things will be posted there on LinkedIn. But listen, this is part of transformation. You guys know who've been following me. You know that transformation in our focus is about changing from one place to the next, finding a way to incorporate transformation of the health, spirituality, careers, relationship, and education, all of what the Transformers Academy really is all about. And this week, we pick every week something from the Academy. And this week, I thought we'd talk about your body. Where are you in terms of your body, your comfort level, and your choice of interventions that you can do to help live a better lifestyle? I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. And I hope that if you have questions or comments that you guys truly would reach out to us. We begin very early on Instagram. We find ourselves on all social media, live, and here on Periscope. We'll be back on again tomorrow, every night this week at 7 p.m. Eastern. Catch me. We'll talk about your body, your choice. I'm Dr. Angelo Reynolds Sr. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and blessings.